Words fail me.
Thank you, gentlemen. First leg is Peter
Shocking.
to go first.
They're
Game
not
on.
shocking. I like them.
Well, we will endeavour. That will be our mission. We will endeavour to get you a pair of those shoes
81.
for the next World Series event in Perth, and you can wear them on the opening night.
You wouldn't have to learn to dance. They automatically dance themselves. But as you said earlier on, Muramatsu on paper was the strongest of their players.
45.
So Peter Wright just got to be careful, especially in the opening three legs. You don't want to let them get ahead.
And he will be nervous because everybody else has won, and he's expected to
81.
win to go through to the quarterfinals. But here he is, Muramatsu, vastly experienced, 38-year-old. Owns a darts bar and has been a real flag bearer for Japanese darts over the last 4 or 5 years in particular. Haruki Muramatsu.
91.
Yes, he won't be overwrought. He's been on the big stage at the World Cup, World Championships. So, given chances, he could well take them. So Peter's just got to make sure that his scoring
45.
power is up there, so he doesn't give him too many chances. You know, make Muramatsu earn the chances. Don't trip up at all. And Peter Wright's using these new points.
100.
It's not spring-loaded or anything like that. They're so thin, that's what makes them wobble when they're in the board. And the reason is that if there's two darts there, he can actually fire the third one, and it actually knocks them out the way.
Now spring-loaded, it looks like, but
97.
long
PDC McGuire,
points on the
148.
darts, but they are, as Rod said, they're very, very thin. That's a great first dart. Got to follow it in. Well, he'll be disappointed. It was sitting up so nicely.
140.
Believes double four to win this opening leg against Muramatsu.
Well, double four to wrap this first leg up for Peter Wright. And take a little bit of pressure off himself. Doesn't want to go and miss this one. He hasn't done that, so no panic for Peter Wright. And you're right, he's the last man up. All the pressure is on him.
Yeah.
All the players have made it quite clear. Don't trip up, Pete. You know, we're all through. We may see you tomorrow. They do give it all that banter in the players' room.
Yeah, he'd have had a bit of earache from
45.
the other top players, I'm sure. Peter Wright. He's beaten Taylor in this World Series of Darts event. Peter Wright in Singapore last year.
60.
He got to the final last year in Dubai. Lost to Michael van Gerwen. Got to the final of the World Cup of Darts as well earlier this month, with Gary Anderson representing Scotland, edged out by Taylor and Lewis.
99.
England winning the World Cup of Darts in Frankfurt.
And possibly Peter Wright was man of the tournament if you took his stats. Oh, there's two in for Wright. There's the third, the first maximum.
Well, that's the perfect example of what you were saying, because that went through the middle and it did knock the other two darts out of the way.
Yes, and I wonder how many more people will start to play with these darts now, with these points. And the Japanese market for darts is really refined. They're really fussy about their darts, about how many grooves it's got to be in. And then Peter Wright steps up and superglues his points in.
100.
Yeah, each to their own. But it works for him. Here he is, the first Japanese player ever to win a prize PDC tour card. Went to Wigan in January at Q School and qualified.
100.
Great achievement.
PDC McGuire, 161.
Treble 19 the target. Treble 18 would leave the bull. Go on, Peter.
131.
Right, that was an apology. He was so far off.
157.
So he should as well. He was.
Well,
it's hard now. You can't. He's such a great, colourful character on the stage, and he was always going to go for it. And a bit sheepish.
60.
Yes,
Here
and
it
where
goes,
it ended up
30.
in the 20 didn't do him any favours, because now double 15 is not the best double on the dartboard. Well,
Game shot on the second
no
leg.
problem for
Peter
Mr. Peter Wright as I say that.
It'll do.
Third leg is Peter to throw first. Game on.
2-0.
I think that just shows you where Peter Wright's mind is at the moment. You know, it doesn't matter what double it is, I'm just going to step up and I'm going to hit it. Yeah, if you're a little bit sheepish as he hits another maximum, his second of the match. And he's up to 100, well, just on 107.5 average is Peter Wright.
Yeah, playing well. Much the delight of the Peter Wright fan club here in Yokohama. Just too good, isn't he? Really impressive performance. Many people thought that Peter Wright could really be pushed here by Muramatsu.
83.
He has stamped his authority all over this match.
Well, that's what he needed to do, Stuart. You know, the first three legs, he had to come out all guns a-blazing, because if Muramatsu had gone 2-1 up, then you start to think about it, as Barney did, and only just got away with it. And Stephen Bunton at one time was in a bit of trouble. But Peter Wright, I mean, like I say, he's up to 112 average at the moment, which is exceptional. Absolutely
60.
fantastic darts from Peter Wright.
Yep, double 16. Terrific performance, 11 darter, and Peter Wright racing away. He leads 3-0. Not a lot that Muramatsu could do about this. 4 times he's played at the World Championship at the Ali Pali. Haruki Muramatsu.
21.
You're right, there's not a lot he could have done about these first three legs. Peter Wright in tremendous form, as he has been for a little while now.
45.
He said his practice is going great. He thinks that these are finally the darts that he's going to stick with. And there's plenty of room for Muramatsu to hit a 180. And a 180 he does. And there it is. The 180 in front of his home crowd.
$82.
Yeah, Muramatsu, with all the experience of the World Championships, ever present in the World Cup of Darts, played in all 5 tournaments, leading Japan.
100.
Good response from Muramatsu here. 9 darts thrown, already on 100.
140. Haruki require 100.
Well, he's going to get 6 darts from here for Muramatsu. May only need the 2. 12
darter for Muramatsu. Well done, the Japanese number 1. But Wright leads here, 3-1 in Yokohama.
He could have really done with that 12 darter against the throw and be coming up to make the throw now.
Good response though, wasn't it, from
Yes.
Haruki Muramatsu.
Oh, there we see Wright's average, just under 106, which is
100.
excellent.
But growing in confidence as well, Muramatsu. He's had some pretty tough games at the World Championship, losing to the likes of Taylor and Whitlock and Ronnie Baxter over the years. But undoubtedly, he is the number 1 dart star in Japan. What a fabulous opening day it's been.
Well, we couldn't have asked for anything better, really. I mean, okay, we're just talking about simply the business of the game. To have a qualifier win, yes, that would have helped out the tournament. But of them all to play the way they've played, and they've stepped up there and gone with it, the crowd have been unbelievable. That was one thing I thought, you know, I heard stories that they just sit there so appreciative, they just sit there and clap. But they have really got into the mode of
Embraced
PDC.
the tournament, haven't they?
Absolutely. PDC professional darts. The crowd are a big part
59.
of darts.
Yeah. Huge success. This tournament will grow, if that was no doubt.
105. PT requires 62.
Now some pressure on this for Peter Wright, this to hold his throw.
He's only going to get one dart at the double.
Double 16 it is. Oh, well
Gauge
done.
on the fifth
Really
leg.
impressive
Peter
from Peter Wright. 4 out of 6 on the
Six legs
doubles.
Haruki to throw
A
first.
4-1 lead over Japan's
Game
number
on.
1.
Well, I told you they were dancing shoes, didn't I? You see the way he just slid past Muramatsu then?
Well, he thought he was throwing first again.
He did, yes. Muramatsu's average is just under the 95, which is very respectable. But he's just walked in at the moment to a Peter Wright that's pretty much on fire.
Well, as it stands, the quarterfinal lineup on Sunday here in Yokohama. We'll see Michael van Gerwen against Stephen
60.
Bunting. Phil Taylor against Raymond van Barneveld. James Wade will play Gary Anderson. And it looks like Adrian Lewis against Peter Wright. Especially with darts like this again. 3-1-18s now for Peter Wright. The most impressive performance. We saw an average of nearly 100 from Gary Anderson. Peter Wright here, 109.5.
And you're right about his darts, and because they've got a long taper going down to that point, there seems to be so much more room in the treble than 99% of the other dart players' darts. And as we'll see again, I mean, that looks so small in the treble. Still loads of room, but he's got to come down for the 15.
135.
This is the second
Haruki
leg.
require 161.
After 9 darts, he only wants 46. This is a top-class performance from Peter Wright. They go 25 now.
90.
Yeah, 25 with the ball, 25 leads in 96, which is 2 data.
This will be the third 11 darter of the match. Double 16. Well, he's getting involved with the crowd as well, Peter Wright.
30. Haruki requires 71.
He was asking for a few more cheers. So 1 dart for Muramatsu. This is for a holder throw.
And this will get some cheers.
30.
Just on the top right, that's very unlucky.
PT requires 16.
So Peter Wright to go 1 leg away from a quarter-final spot here in the Japan Masters. Oh, now then.
Gauge on the 6th leg. Peter Wright.
Well, he got there at the end. 5 darts it took him.
7th leg is Peter to throw first.
Yeah.
Game on.
Phew. 5-1, 104 average, throwing for a place in the quarterfinals. There he is, the chairman of the Japanese branch of the Peter Wright fan club.
100.
Well, certainly the crowd have had their money's worth First major TV event here in Japan.
53.
Still over the 100 average is Peter Wright, although this leg has started off pretty poorly for him.
97. $125.
Lovely darts. He's played beautifully, hasn't he? Under a bit of pressure against the Japanese #1, but he has performed really, really well.
As I said earlier on, Stuart, the extra pressure was on Peter because he's the only one that can
91.
lose now, and I can assure you the players, as they're leaving, said we'd like to see you there tomorrow, Pete. I don't think so. And they would. It isn't just against him. They have that bit of banter against each other all the time.
100.
Very much all 8 seeds, it looks like, will go through to the quarterfinals. Brave efforts from all the Japanese players here in Yokohama.
41. PT requires
6 darts from here.
123.
Can he round off the opening night with a flourish? He might.
91.
That's okay to leave double 16, averaging 102. Certainly the best stats of the night.
Certainly if he hits this first dart, he will stay over the 100 average, which will be the first of the night, as you say.
60.
No pressure, Mr. Wright.
PT requires 32. Game shot.
To round off a really
Peter
impressive
Wright.
performance, Peter Wright with 102 average beats the #1 Japanese dart star Haruki Muramatsu. So in the end, all 8 seeds go through to the quarterfinals on what's been a fabulous first day.